Have you noticed how challenging things feel right now? Whether it's finding a corporate job or making a living as an entrepreneur, let's face it, it's not a walk in the park. But here's the truth I keep coming back to. The reality we experience depends a lot on what we are surrounded by and how we are choosing to think about the world around us. That's why today I want to dive into this idea of reality and perspective and how much power lies in the way we choose to see things. Welcome to At What Point, the podcast where we dive into the real, raw, and rewarding journey of personal and professional growth. I'm Catherine, your host, here to guide you through mindset shifts, powerful aha moments, and the resilience it takes to thrive no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, taking the leap into entrepreneurship, or just looking for that boost of motivation, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. One of the most common questions I get when I coach MBA and executive MBA students is about finding a job. They want to know if their resume is solid and if their LinkedIn profile is optimized for recruiters. They're looking for those specific tactical answers. But here's something I really not see people bringing up. The side of the coin where we actually look for opportunities in a different way, where we believe they are there for us to find. The truth is that we live in a world where we are flooded with these messages of lack of jobs, lack of money, lack of happiness, or even a safe and clean environment to live in. We are conditioned to think that there is never enough, that opportunities are closing down, that people are not hiring, and that we need to be constantly on guard looking out for what's missing. Think about it. We are so used to hearing about everything that's wrong, that the economy is getting worse, that good jobs are harder to find, and that only the select few get ahead. And while, sure, some of these things can be true, I'm here to tell you that it really comes down to what we believe and expect from the world. If we are constantly told that success is rare or that only a few people make it, it can be easy to start believing that that's our reality. But is it really? Because I have seen firsthand how shifting that mindset can open up doors in ways we might never have imagined. I'm going to share a story that sticks with me from my corporate days. And it's that about 10 years ago, I was hiring for a lifestyle coach position on my team. Now, this was a bilingual role. English and Spanish were must haves. So we put up the job posting and their resumes start putting in hundreds in a matter of hours. My assistant and I went through them in stages. First, we looked for bilingual skills, then for relevant experience, and then for education. It was a pretty standard process. But then I came across a resume that stood out, and the name on it was Carla Quintana. She had listed her last job title as head of household with 4 years of experience. I had seen thousands of resumes, but the way she presented herself in that one phrase made me stop. I was curious, so I set up an interview. When Carla sat down across from me and started talking about her experience, she explained with total confidence that she had been the head of her household. And when I asked her to elaborate, she broke it down in a way I never heard before. She talked about managing the ethics, finances, daily logistics, and care within her family like it was a professional role. And she made a powerful case. She was qualified, educated, and most of all, authentic. Carla radiated empathy, humor, and strength. I hired her the very next day. And months later, her results were some of the best we have seen in my department. The group she was assigned to loved her, and she made an impact beyond any typical expectations. Here's the thing. Throughout my career, I've hired people, not just resumes. I look for people who bring their experiences, their loyalty, and their dedication to the table. And over the years, I realized this. I don't believe in the reality that people often talk about, that bleak, closed door reality. I believe in my reality. I believe in your reality. And I believe that each of our realities is a reflection of what we choose to believe. If you're out there job hunting, I want you to get the big picture. Don't limit yourself to checking off boxes on LinkedIn or endlessly reworking your resume. Network. Tell people what you're looking for. Connect with groups and communities in your field and let people know your story. Every connection you make is a potential path to something new. And just as importantly, I want you to set boundaries with people who constantly see the negative, who only focus on why things won't work or why things and times are tough. I want you to surround yourself with people who are open, who support you, people that is optimistic because their energy is going to help you. It's not going to hold you down. And if you're looking to step into entrepreneurship, to break away from corporate, I want you to be prepared. Learn what you need to learn, make a plan, and develop your strategy. But this is important. You must leave your ego at the door. In the entrepreneurial world, your corporate title won't matter. You are no longer the executive with a high powered job. You're just you, building something from the ground up. You're here to serve, to work, to figure things out as you go, and to do what it takes to make it work. One of the biggest lessons I learned when I left corporate was that not everyone will care about my previous title or role. Those privileges and perks disappear when I was on my own, and it was a humbling but empowering experience. It taught me resilience and helped me see the strength in showing up as my true self. So here's what I'm saying. Work on how you see the world. Work on what you are open to seeing. Opportunities will always be out there, just as there will always be people willing to help, teach, and support you. But if you keep circling around negativity, that's what you will keep encountering. I want you to remember that every single day is an opportunity for a fresh start, a new door, or a connection you haven't yet made. But to see those possibilities, you got to shift the way you think. Believing they're there for you is not about blind optimism. It's about training yourself to see potential where others might see only obstacles. Think of it this way. When you change your focus, you don't just notice new opportunities, you actively start creating them. This mindset shift builds resilience. It keeps you moving forward even when the path is not clear. And also, it opens up doors where you might thought there were only walls. So, at what point will you decide that your current reality doesn't define you? That is just one chapter in a much bigger story. At what point do you stop allowing others' doubts or even your own to hold you back from pursuing a life that genuinely excites you? The biggest takeaway from today's conversation is this. Your reality is a reflection of your beliefs. If you allow negativity to fill your vision, that's what you will encounter. But if you start to see your life as a canvas for possibility, you will be amazed at what starts to unfold. So when doubt sneaks in or someone questions your path, remember this. The life you want is out there. What you're willing to do to reach it. Believe that every step, every setback, and every success is moving you closer to a reality you have shaped with purpose. Keep believing, keep creating, and keep proving to yourself that you are more than capable of building the life you're dreaming to have. Thanks for joining another episode of At What Point. I hope today's conversation sparks some inspiration for your journey of growth and transformation. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to visit katherinebeltran.com/podcast for show notes, special discounts on coaching packages, and freebies to help you keep moving forward. And last but not least, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a show. See you next time.